As many of you know, there'll be some major changes here on YouTube.
Yeah, that was from the Real Weekly News. Hulu Tube phasing you out of YouTube. Okay, first I'm gonna just say this bluntly that I do find some inadequacies in this video, but that's not why I'm making this video. Oh, well, yeah, actually it is. Uh, but first, some background. Info. First of all, the Real Weekly News, as most of you would already know, had already gone through this with, you remember, Viacom versus you, and the video that got taken down and had to be put back up, and Viacom still having legal rights to basically go through all of our accounts, and they still do, unfortunately. That was never really overturned. It's just Viacom just chose not to go into that because they opened up a really big terrible batch of worms, and Viacom has backed off since, well, the incident. And in this case, I would say that the Real Weekly News was intently right. My problem with what he's now saying doesn't exactly make very much sense. Phase out the YouTubers. Fine, I'll be phased out. And all 81 of my subscribers. Whoop-dee, don't care. I only make my videos for fun. I mean, if they offered me a partnership, I'd turn it down. I mean, I don't really make my videos to get subscribers and become a partner. I just make them just for the hell of it. But anyways, what doesn't make any sense to me, and this literally has been pounding me ever since I first heard this, before I ended up throwing up and got the flu. I was going to make a video reply to this at some point. Was that if YouTube gets rid of the users, they get rid of the customers. Because, last I checked, this isn't Star Trek year where you can just pop a card in or demand a certain object and then it will magically appear out of that device, out of their little magic device. I forget what it's called, Matter, whatever, even makes food. But what really doesn't make very much sense is that, video hard drive take up hard drive space. They take it up. Seriously, they take it all up. And anyone who backs up to YouTube videos would know this. And it just takes up hard drive space. And if you have a digital recorder, you have to get rid of past episodes to make new episodes, or it's just going to collect to a point that it's just going to destroy your video recorder, your digital recorder. But long story short, it takes money to keep YouTube going. These videos and adding more and more videos on here, it's got to get money somewhere, and that's where the advertisements come in. Do I think that YouTube's going to die? Yeah, I do. Eventually, at some point. That's why I made this Vidler account. You know? Yeah, I mean, but do I think Vidler's going to die? Yeah, I do. I mean, if you look at Vidler, it's already starting to get sponsors because videos take up hard drive space and they need advertisement to do that. Because the advertisements bring in the money and the people who are making the videos pay for the advertisements. But if YouTube gets rid of the YouTubers, and I will admit that the Real Weekly News was right about the most discussed and all that being put into the more tab, and this new arrangement that really doesn't make any sense and showing more spectacular weird shit, but that is somewhat of a odd thing. But, if just think of it, like the manager of a grocery store pulls out a shotgun and forces all the customers out of the grocery store and decides to only sell the product to who? Who is he going to sell the product to? He can't sell the product to the customers because he kicked them all out the fucking door. And, that's where I think the Real Weekly News got his. It didn't think this through. Why would YouTube get rid of its own customers? It wouldn't make any sense. It would, basically be the end of YouTube. And, but, until we can, have BitTorrents that can allow us to get hardware for free, I know you can get Ubuntu for free and OS is for free, but that hardware is not free. Somewhere on the line, either your friend paid for it who gave it to you for free, but, he either paid for it or somebody else paid for it, or you paid for it in hard drive space. Someone's got to pay for that too. Ubuntu is free to a point. No offense to the Ubuntu people, but, it is free to a point. The software is free, the hardware is not. It's got a price tag on that. And no matter how many times you try, you can't really remove that price tag. I mean, unless we're in Star Trek and you can BitTorrent fucking hardware onto your living room for free. I mean, I'm up for all speaking minds. I'm definitely all up for it. But, I do see the reasons why we have these advertisements and why they're here, unfortunately. But, it just doesn't make any sense to get rid of the customers who are the YouTube users. That doesn't connect properly. And the Weekly News, I'm sorry, what you said doesn't make any sense. And of course, I know he's not going to care because I'm not a partner or whatever. And I don't have enough viewerships. But I do feel that way. We do need the advertisers, unfortunately. We do, but, I would like to have it where people can freely put whatever videos they want without any advertisements popping up, but, until the day you can download an entire an entire iMac onto your desk, not some virtual desktop or whatever. I mean, you could download the entire iMac hardware onto your desk. It's going to take money to put that damn thing on your desk, and you got to do it somehow. Or in the hardware space for videos, in which which YouTube is chock full of. It's going to take up hard drive space, and it's got to be paid somehow. Yes, the users do pay for some of this stuff, but even that, it goes to a somewhat monocle point, because it does cost money. You just, do I feel YouTube's gonna die? Yeah. Vidler's gonna die too at some point, and so will whatever replaces Vidler. I mean, right now there's probably two guys out there inventing the next Vidler-like thing. Pidler. But you gotta understand, all this shit costs money. Servers are not cheap, and they're not free. The operating systems may be, but they're not. Their hardware is not. It just isn't. That's my 2 cents. But if you feel to comment, please go ahead and, tell me. If you hate me, well, tell me to go jump out in front of a bus. I don't care. But anyways, my 2 cents. This, and I'm out of here.